And here we are. Another lovely morning. Another lovely Monday. Another start of the week. Start of a work week. Supposedly tomorrow I may have off, because I have a couple days off this week supposedly, but depending on the size of the trucks that we get in today and Wednesday, those probably aren't going to happen. Whatever, more hours. I get shitty pay, so the more hours I get, at least it helps. Yes. What's up? Alright. Yesterday was Easter. For most part, my Easter actually was okay. You know, we had we made like barbecued pulled pork and everything. Oh, by the way, yeah, Susie had this shit fucking cooking all day in a slow cooker in this broth she made. That was fucking pretty awesome and intense, but no, wait, there's more. Then, after about 5 hours, we could pull out and the pork was falling apart, we put it in a mixture of barbecue sauce and chipotle sauce with a smidgen of honey in it. Let that simmer in that for about an hour. It's probably one of the most amazing things you'll put in your mouth. Seriously, it was like, wow. Gonna have to do that again sometime. But I digress. So anyway, it's Easter, and I know it's like one of the big religious holidays for a lot of people. I'm not a Christian. I'm a recovering Catholic. Pretty much in between agnostic and atheist. I mean, I guess by human nature I can't be a full atheist because I want to believe in something, because there's some things that just, it's kind of hard to explain. It's just, it was just that. But in the same breath, almost an atheist, because I really, number one, I don't really like organized religion and the whole Christendom thing. It's too hypocritical. But I respect people who, you know, they do follow that faith, provided they don't, you know, constantly shove it down your throat and they're like pretty much harassing you about it. That brings me to my subject. Now, the internet is a silly, silly thing. You know, somebody will post something, and even if you don't agree with it, even in the cases where it is something pretty bad or stupid, there's only so much you can say or so much you can do or so much you can feel about it because of the internet, you know? Due to the fact it's the internet and people post on it, people are still entitled to their opinions. But be they be good, bad, or completely stupid. It's called the internet. But when if you post up your stuff like, you know, oh, he is risen, praise be to God, and everything like that, okay, that's fine. That's your thing. If I post up something that's contradictory to it, like on my own Facebook page, or somebody else does that for that matter, don't attack me or them because we have a different opinion. I'm sorry, to me, Easter is just another blown out holiday. It's blown out of proportion as a religious holiday. Meanwhile, all the kids really care about is the Easter bunny and the chocolate eggs. To me, it's just another holiday for the kids, really. The big religious holidays are mostly something for the kids. It's something to make them happy, you know? Easter, hey, you know, they get to do little fun stuff, get some candy, get, you know, Easter baskets and stuff. Christmas, they get presents and Christmas trees and all that shit. People take themselves and their religion way too seriously sometimes. For instance, yesterday, I posted up, in my opinion, is a famous quote, and a good quote. You know, and it's basically a picture of a guy holding his crotch. You don't see any peen, but it's basically the classic, religion is like a penis. You know, it's okay, it's good to have one and be proud of it, but don't wave it around in public, and please don't try to shove it down my throat. You know, someone commented on that, basically saying I was primitive, and just very insulting. It's like, really? Basically, I'm so primitive and uneducated, and I'm like, oh, well, you're going through a phase. I'm like, no, this is pretty much it. At my age, anything I do now is not a phase anymore. 17, 18, maybe 20, 21, that's a phase. Now, pretty much set in my fucking ways. Sorry. But basically, they were saying I was attacking them and being intolerant to them. Really? You came up on my page calling me ignorant and all this other shit, and I'm being intolerant. You're judging me already. Based on my opinion, you're already judging me and insulting me. But I'm the intolerant one. Really? Really? I'm sorry. You know, I don't exactly agree with the whole Christian thing of saying the Christians being persecuted nowadays and everything. It's like, gee, you're being persecuted? Are they throwing you to the lions? Or are they doing like they do in other countries for their religions, or their beliefs, or for the women's rights? You know, they're basically killing you and torturing you? No? Then shut the fuck up. You're not being persecuted. This country, though it's supposed to be a separation of church and state, the church has pretty much taken over this country. And have for the past 100 years, at least. It's just more prominent nowadays. You know? The whole militant Christian takeover thing is a little worse now than it was, say, in the 50s. I don't know, everybody in the government seems to be losing their fucking mind. Especially when people are actually voting for people like Rick Santorum. You know? This guy is just blatantly an asshole. For God. He's not even hiding the fact. Give him respect on that much. At least he's being straightforward. At least you know he sucks to start with. And he's telling you, hey, here I am. And you're still voting for him. Which shows the American public is getting dumber. You know? Fucking some guy's way he believes in Jesus and all this other shit is more important to you than a woman's right to live or die or children, whatever. It's really. But yet I'm intolerant. okay? Now, I have a lot of friends that are Christian. They don't shove it down my throat or anyone's throat. They have their beliefs, and that's fine. And I also have a few friends that are just getting a little too over it about it. Okay, here's one thing I'm going to throw in here. Don't act so godlike and Christian and everything when, in the end, you're no better than I am. In fact, you're worse. You're in the closet. You're closeted about some things. And one minute you want to do certain things that are just not very church-like. Next minute, you're like screaming, praise God and everything. And trying to make me feel like shit for it. I won't go into details about that, because that person or persons may be watching this video, and I don't want to out them like that. I'm not like that. A lot of times people be assholes to me, and sometimes I just won't be assholes to them. That's how I am. But it's that hypocritical thing. But no offense to them, but people worship the cross and everything. If Jesus died in a different time frame or a different execution method was had, they'd be worshiping a guy hung on a rope. Kind of creepy. Basically, just keep in mind, everybody makes the sign of the cross, worships the cross, using the cross water of vampires, everything that goes with it. In a sense, you're basically worshiping and giving homage to an execution device. Just so you know. Think about that for a minute. Why not just have if you're going to worship Jesus, why not just have a bust of Jesus' head around your neck, or just pictures of Jesus? Why have him on the cross? Why wear a cross? You're worshiping the man and his Father, not the execution device. I'm just saying, but hey, I'm ignorant, primitive, uneducated, and I'm intolerant to everything. Anyway, work is just beyond that bush and the sprinkler system and that subway. So, got a big truck probably to unload probably. So, see you later. Hello, Harbor Freight. I hate you.